Oh, caught me off guard there. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the OCNJ Local, your podcast for everything happening here in America's Family Resort. We're your hosts, Dominic Dougherty and Drew Fasy.
And we are your local guys in America's greatest family resort.
What I say, America's greatest. What I say, America's Family Resort.
Yes, sir.
Man, well, it is the greatest family resort, that's for sure.
It is, even though we're a little. You probably subconsciously left that out after the campaign brutalness.
Nah,
It,
that's
it didn't feel so great for a while there.
yeah. It seems to have calmed down though, so that's good. It's glad people are back to the old ways here in town, and it's definitely a family resort. And not to lead off what should be something fun, because it's the start of our season, with something sad. If unless you live under a rock in South Jersey or the greater Philadelphia area, unfortunately there was a missing swimmer this week. um, and whenever anything like that happens anywhere, it's horrible. Any kind of tragedy in any town. uh, I think in our town though, um, being in the position that we have, Drew, that I'm sure you got a lot too. People all day like, "What's going on? What's going on? What do you hear? What do you know? What do you hear? What do you know?" And the overwhelming message that I got from everybody was how sad they were for this family, and how touched they were for this family, and how much they were praying for this family to get some kind of closure, or just have some kind of relief, in what's got to be one of the most difficult times that anybody can go through. Um, so it just kind of speaks to, not only do we say we are a great family resort, we are a family, and when things like that happen, we grieve like you are a part of our family, because it definitely affects all of us here in town. Whether you have kids or you don't, when you see that loss of life in something that we take for granted and that we love every day, um, it just reminds you that you know eh, it you never know, and it's the ocean's undefeated, unfortunately, and it always will be. But I know the community is grieving along with that family, and
We are.
our
We are. It's a tragedy. 20-year-old young man.
yeah,
Just a
it's
tragedy.
and it's just a shame. And I feel for them, and I also feel for our first responders that are out there every day, putting in long hours trying to you know do their job. um it's a part of the job that's probably not the fun part.
For
So
sure.
hats off to them for their efforts. They were out there all night. I was up there running on the boardwalk the following Tuesday morning. They were out there on their jet ski Tuesday morning. When I went back at 1 o'clock, they were out there on their jet ski. Yeah, jet skiing seems fun when you're renting it. It's not fun when you're riding around in the ocean for 6 or 7 hours in a wetsuit and it's 85 degrees. So, it's, and you're looking for something you don't want to find.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, so hats off to them, and, all the people that assisted, the Coast Guard, the states, everyone. We appreciate you all very much. So, um, yeah, well, now let's follow that up, Drew, with some fun stuff, because it is Memorial Day weekend here at the Jersey Shore, and that means that all of our friends uh, are coming back to say hello.
Well,
For
maybe fitting. Memorial Day was originally called Decoration Day, and focused on the
is
lives
this
lost during the Civil War.
is that back when
Uh,
you were a kid?
Actually,
I had you until you said Civil War, and then I was like, oh
yeah.
man, Joe, it's definitely
And
not
then the
that
federal
old.
government changed it to Memorial Day in '67
So when
when
you
I
were
was a
a
kid. And in '71, Congress moved it to the last Monday in May, to create a 3-day weekend, and it's now for all lives lost in any war. Um,
Well, it's nice to
So
hear
that's
Congress actually did something good.
yeah,
Created
yeah.
a 3-day weekend.
Uh, and it is a 3-day weekend, and people look forward to it, but it shouldn't be forgotten of why we are celebrating, right? Why we
It's
are,
true.
why
It's
we
not a day for sales. It's not a day for all that stuff. It's a day to remember the people that paid the ultimate sacrifice.
yeah.
You know, the families that lost loved ones, so that we can do the things we're going to do this weekend, whatever they may be.
So along, following up on that, so we have events going on this weekend, and the first event is on Friday. Begins the flag raising ceremony at the Music Pier at 9 a.m. So that's the first day of the summer. That happens every morning, 9 a.m. at the Music Pier. Um, and if you haven't seen it, you should. If you haven't been there and witnessed it, you should. It's a pretty amazing way to start the day.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very patriotic. The whole boardwalk stops. Um, they have some great music playing as well too, and they usually honor uh, on some of the bigger days, or they usually honor some veterans or people who have served or first responders when they raise the flag every morning. It's pretty cool.
It is cool. So that starts this Friday, 9 a.m. And then a another Ocean City tradition. I don't know how many years this has been, but it's
I
a
think it's
unique.
the 22nd. I think I saw.
Is it 22nd? The
I think
unlocking
so.
of the ocean and business person's plunge. So they have a big key on the beach, and then people, march into the ocean with their business suits and dresses and carrying briefcases. Um, and this is now kind of led by uh, Mark Seufer channeling through John Walton and Stacey Dempster. It's kind of Mark Seufer, definitely a Mark Seufer event, and
Mhm.
John and Stacey are carrying that torch now, so it's
Yeah,
fun.
it's a good. That's on Friday.
Yes, and
Nice.
we have been invited, Dom.
I think you're gonna have to. I did it last year, Drew. It's your turn this year.
You did do it last year, didn't you?
Did do it last year. I did go jump in the water last year. Um, I'm heading out to Rider University tomorrow or Friday. So
Lacrosse.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
playing for the French national team here for the weekend. So they have an optional practice on Friday. So figure we're gonna get the whole experience. We got kids coming from all over the world to play in this tournament, and I'm pretty
Really?
excited. Yeah, I was surprised. I thought it was just going to be people, in America of French heritage, but no, it's actually associated with the national programs from countries all over the world, and they bring their players over to come play in this tournament. So I think we're playing like Croatia, Mexico, Israel. We're playing, kids from all over the world. There's kids from the West Coast on the team. So it's a pretty cool event.
Yeah, yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, it'll be a neat experience for my son,
Yeah, for sure.
and it gets me out of here on Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah. So how long are you going for? You going for the weekend?
So Friday's practice. So I'm gonna go up Friday, and then I'm gonna try and drive back. So my advice to everybody is leave very early on Friday, so that you're all off the road by 5 o'clock when you have to drive home.
Yeah. Good
So
luck with that one.
I'll be giving you live traffic updates. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I've been on Route 42 for 7 hours now. Um,
The only potential saving grace is it does not look like the weather's going to be uh,
well, I don't
hot and
think
sunny
that's.
the way it is today.
No, it's not gonna be hot and sunny. I don't think it's gonna rain though. I think we'll have cloudy skies. I think we'll have intermittent showers. I don't think we're gonna get a total washout though.
A little
Um,
cooler temps. Yeah.
yeah, I think I wouldn't be afraid to come down and partake in these events. Like I said, I don't think you're gonna get washed out. It's not gonna be like an all day type rain. You might get periods of rain here and there, but it's not going to be like torrential downpours and like or anything like that.
which is probably great weather for our next event, which is the Memorial Beach Challenge for 31 Heroes.
Is that
Uh,
on Memorial Day or is that on Saturday?
that's on Saturday.
It's on
Yeah.
Saturday.
So
Very cool.
it's an obstacle course on the beach, and there's also a kids fun run. And if you remember, we had Mike and Amy Walls on last year talking about it. It's an
That
awesome,
was 2 years
awesome
ago.
event. Yeah,
That was 2 years ago.
is it 2 years ago? You're right.
Yeah.
Uh, so 31 Heroes is an organization um, that uh, creates programs and gives financial support for service members, veterans, and their families. So if anybody's interested, you can go to memorialbeachchallenge.com. Staging is at the 9th Street Beach, so that's a very cool event.
Yeah, I did it that year after we interviewed them. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, that's
It's a
right.
pretty good time. Yeah, you were supposed to come do it too, Drew, but
I slept in, buddy.
you said I texted like, noon. I'm like, "Yo, where were you?" He's like, "Oh, I was sleeping." I'm like, "Oh, great. I'm covered in sand and I'm not going to be able to walk tomorrow."
You always represent, Dom. You always represent.
Um, yeah. Well, you're going to be there jumping in the water on Friday, Drew. I'm going to
I
be.
might just be. Yeah.
It is honestly, if you've never gone to see it or you're down on Friday, you come down a little early, you take a 4-day weekend. It's definitely cool to see. There'll be like mermaids. Some of the shops really get dressed up and decked out, and like it's a good time. There's a good time had by all.
Fry Guy will be there.
Hey
Fry
man,
Guy's always there.
I'll tell you what. Over I have over 2,000, almost 2,500 entries for the giveaway.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it's a lot.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it was good. Someone's
And
gonna give a nice
that's for a stay, right?
stay in. It was for a stay in Ocean City, the weekend after Labor Day, the 12th, September
And
12th.
the place they're giving away is no dump. It's a nice place.
Yeah, it's very nice. They
Yeah,
just got
nice one bed condo, great location.
all new
Walk the view.
floors, all new everything. Yeah,
Yep.
right in the heart of everything.
Yep.
It's a good spot. And parking, can't beat that.
And parking, yeah.
Yeah. So, what else we got going on this Memorial Day weekend?
Well, Monday we have two services. So the first one, which starts at 10 o'clock, is the OCYAA, the Ocean City Youth Athletic Association, which is as you know, our local baseball program. They every year for I don't know how long, Don, but 50 years, I'm guessing. They do a Memorial Day service, um, and then there's All-Star games. It's a long tradition, and this year we try to honor veterans and bring them in, and they throw the first pitch and uh, give a little synopsis of their experience as a veteran. This year we're honoring Jack Korskinen, who's a Korean War vet and the father of the infamous Kerry Janto. So he was a Korean War vet, and he's going to be honored this year. And
Awesome.
then we're also we're somewhat turning it into a fundraiser, not for us, not for the OCYA, but for one of our coaches who unfortunately dislocated his knee and blew out a bunch of ligaments. He's got a couple kids and he's self-employed, so he's going to be out of service for a while. So we are going to do some fundraising for this family, and we got some young guys that are really big-hearted and tuned in that are getting some local businesses involved, and
Awesome.
it should be a neat day, and it's a fun event. I've been involved in it for a while.
49 years.
Really, small town Americana Little League baseball program Memorial Day service and games, and it's a lot of fun.
Very
But
cool.
then on the same day, on Memorial Day, is the Memorial Day service at Veterans Memorial Park. That's at 11 o'clock. Veterans Park is between 5th and 6th on Wesley, and that's the real deal. That's where the VFW gets involved, and the American Legion gets involved, and the mayor and councilmen are all there. And there's a ton of veterans, and the police, the fire. It's the real, Memorial Day service, and I've been to that a couple of times, and that's a really great tribute to fallen veterans. So,
Yes, I went last year. The city does a great job with that. They always have quite a few like good main speakers. So if you have some time on Memorial Day, or make some time on Memorial Day to go check out both of those, because it sounds like there's lots of good going on that Monday.
Yep, yep. And that's it as far as the weekend. But I just
there's just a power just went out here in Ocean City, so I lost Drew. Fortunately, though, I have a laptop that's battery operated and a hotspot on my cell phone, so I'm all good. Well, as we were saying, there's a couple great events here on Monday to honor veterans. You have the OCYAA, that's down at 34th Street. It's actually on 35th Street. It's right behind the Acme there. That's where their fields are. So if you want to go check that out, there's a great fundraiser going on there as well to help support a local that gives back to the community. And then at the Veterans Park between 5th and 6th Street, it's usually across from the firehouse, is where they have the memorial, or it's across from the tabernacle. I'm sorry, is where they have the city service. Another great thing to go to too. And then if you can't get to either of those, nationally at 3 p.m. local time, whenever it's 3 p.m. local time, wherever you're listening to this, whatever time zone you're in, it's the National Moment of Silence to honor everyone who has, as I've said before, paid that ultimate sacrifice. So, if you can set a reminder on your phone for 2:55, so at 3 o'clock, hey, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to pay thanks to all the brave men and women who've given their life so that I can have this freedom. Do that. And then, as always, guys, it's Memorial Day weekend. Our town's going to go from 10,000 people to 125,000 people. So, locals, visitors, everyone, please slow down. Please give people grace. Give people some grace this weekend and all throughout the summer. As we kind of opened up with, there's already been one tragedy. We don't need more. We don't want more. And remember, you're coming to the shore to relax. You're coming to the shore to go on vacation. You're coming to the shore to escape the hustle and bustle. So take a deep breath. Stop at the stop signs. Give the person with the kids on their bike a little bit extra room so that they can get to where they're going safely. If the speed limit's 25, go 30. You don't need to go 50 or 45. Just be easy. While Ocean City has city type numbers, it's not meant to be driven around and rushed like a city. It's an island, and it's meant to be on island time. So when you're here as a local, I just ask that you respect that island time. Be easy, be slow, give people grace, be safe, and have fun this Memorial Day weekend. For Dom and Drew, this has been the OCNJ Local, your podcast for everything happening here in America's greatest family resort. Peace.